Hey guys, what is up? Back with another video. Hope everyone is having a great day today. Today we have another episode of Weekly Sneaker Rotation, episode 122. So for episode 122, let's hit 1,220 likes. That's a whole lot of likes. Thank you so much for the support on this series. If you're not already following me on Instagram and Twitter, make sure to do so with the links in the description at TheRealRayRay20. But as you guys can see right here, what did we start off the week with? We started the week off with some significant Jordan heat, at least in my opinion. This is my second favorite 11 colorway. The Breads are number 1. I think those things are great. The Concords are number 3. Those things are also great. But these are just so nice. Like, it's such a simple colorway. They used nice leather materials on it. They kept a white outsole or a clear outsole instead of that godish blue colorway, and this is the first time I've ever worn them. I undead stocked them on Sunday, and that's how I started off the week. And then on Monday I wore the Nike LeBron 11 Terracotta Warriors. You guys know how I feel about the LeBron 11. I've only told you like 500 times on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. I love the LeBron 11. I love it, I love it, I love it. And this is one of my favorite colorways. It's increasingly being like more worn in my rotation. Well, actually I don't wear it that much, I take that back, but I'm liking it more and more and more as my style progresses. This is a very nice colorway. It's gray and it's purple. It's not super flashy, it's not super loud. You can actually wear it places without people being like, oh my goodness, you're wearing pink shoes or something. And not that pink shoes are bad, I love them, except this is a lot more wearable, and I'm going to be wearing this a lot in the coming months. And then on Tuesday I wore something that's definitely a bit more loud and eye-catching, the Air Jordan 4 Toro Bravo. And on Tuesday, me and my buddy Jean-Luc went sneaker shopping, among me doing a whole bunch of other things on Tuesday, but we went sneaker shopping at this really cool store and saw some really cool shoes. That was a lot of fun. There was no super hyped up shoes there or anything, but it was just like cool shoes. Like, if you're into shoes, you'd appreciate it. If you're just into shoes for the hype or the reselling, you probably wouldn't appreciate it, because guess what? There was no Yeezys, there was no collabs, there was no nothing there. It was just some really cool shoes, and it was a unique store, and it was a lot of fun going there. But the Jordan 4 Toro Bravo, one of my favorite Jordan 4 colorways, as you guys all know. Red nubuck, pretty decent quality as well, back when Jordans retailed at $160. This was like exceptional quality. I remember when these released in 2013. Great shoe though. And then on Wednesday I went to the cabin with my family for the day, and I don't bring shoes there, so I wore my flip-flops, and that's pretty much it. You know, just chilling at the beach, hanging out with friends there, having dinner with some friends I haven't seen in a long time, one of which actually goes to Harvard. I talked about all that on my vlog channel this week, but that's what I wore on Wednesday, nothing special. On Thursday I undead stocked these guys, so we had 2 undead stocks this week, or actually 3, pardon me. But these guys, the Adidas Crazy Explosive, these are beautiful. I got a ton of compliments on them. I went to the mall to pick up the Adidas NMDs on Thursday, and lots of people are like, yo, those look sick on feet. I didn't think you could rock those with jeans, but you actually can rock those with jeans, and they look really nice. And on top of that, they are so comfortable. I wore them, geez, for probably 8-9 hours that day. I was on my feet a lot on Thursday, and my feet felt perfect after I was done wearing them. My feet weren't sore, my feet weren't aching. I couldn't like just not wait to take the shoes off. Like, I could have worn them for another 8 or 9 hours. That's how good they were. The Adidas Crazy Explosive is what I wore on Thursday, and I would really recommend them. On Friday, starting off the day, I wore the Air Max Plus Tune 1. It was just sort of like one of those days where I was so lazy and I didn't feel like getting dressed up or anything, and I was just like, okay, what's the shoe closest to the door? And I hadn't cleaned these ones in a while, so they were sitting pretty close to the door, and it's just a nice comfortable shoe. It goes with basically whatever you're wearing. It's nothing too flashy, nothing too high maintenance. You can step in a puddle, you can step in mud, and you're going to be able to wipe it off right away. Thank you, champs, for these. Like 3 years ago they sent them out. Geez, that's been a long time. And then also on Friday, for the rest of the day, the second half of the day, I wore the Adidas Ultra Boost in this gray wall colorway. I really want to get a second pair of the Ultra Boost. I tried to get the gold ones, the gold medals, and I tried to get the bronze ones as well, except I was unable to get either of those. They didn't release anywhere in Winnipeg, which I was really bummed out about, because I really wanted them, and if they don't release in Winnipeg, it pretty much takes away all my chance of getting them, because getting them at a Canadian online retailer is nearly impossible because the stock is so low. Like, some websites will get literally 20 pairs, and they'll release these 20 pairs, and it's like, good luck getting that one size 12.5 or size 12 that they actually have on the website. Like, it's nearly impossible. But for the time being, I will make do with these. Very comfortable, great colorway, one of my favorite colorways of the Ultra Boost, and that is what I wore on the second half of Friday. First half of Saturday, I was actually going to a car dealership looking at some cars. Me and my dad went over there, and yes, I bus most places. You guys were like freaking out about that in some of my sneaker shopping videos. I do bus most places, and it's not because I don't have money for a car, it's because I want to save money and I just don't like driving that much. Like, a car is so expensive. A bus pass is $90 a month, right? If I can save money while I'm still living at home so I have money when I actually need it later on in life, I think that's the smarter move. You know, be smart with your money, kids. Just because you have money doesn't mean you need to spend it on something. That's my theory, at least. And then for the second half of Saturday, I broke out these for the first time ever, the Vans Old School Premium with that zipper right there. The leather is actually really nice on these. You know, most brands will be like, oh yeah, that's premium materials, but it's not actually premium materials. I just felt like saying that because it's slightly better than their usual stuff. This is actually really nice. For like a $70-$75 shoe, it's a pretty sweet quality of leather, and it's a great colorway of a great model. That zipper is great as well because you never have to untie the shoe ever in your life. But that is going to wrap up the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. So until then, peace.